Wylock here, welcome back. You know, the whole 1 1/4 inch grid system is intended to eliminate the problem of wall thickness and room for miniatures. But if you go lower than 2 spaces in width, the solution falls apart. But every so often you do need to have a single square wide corridor, secret passage, something like that. So here's how I handle it. Okay, let's begin by cutting some foundations out of double corrugated cardboard, as we always do. Cut any of the pieces that you want to, just make sure that they're in increments of 1 1/4 inch. Then we apply corrugation cladding, as always. And now we're essentially going to use the same technique from episode 20. So get some dollar store foam board and cut it to the same size as your foundation. Mark off some 1 1/4 inch squares in the foam. Score them with the knife and then chase after that with a mechanical pencil to widen the scores. Then hot glue it to the foundation. Do a quick dry fit here, make sure dimensions are good. You can see you can make pretty much any possible shape you'd ever want to with just a few pieces. And texture them up however you like. Again, you could see episode 20 for some ideas, or here's another technique. Take some tin foil and ball it up. Jab at the foam with the tin to get a nice rough stone texture. And we'll base in black and sponge on some medium gray. And then, since this will most likely be a secret passage or a tunnel or something like that, I'm just going to sporadically sponge some brown on. So to be clear, this is not a light sponging. You do want to load up the sponge with a good amount of paint. What we want to do though is just hit a few spots. So heavy brown, but only in a few spots to get some definitive color there. And maybe finish with a very, very light dry brushing of light gray or white. If you overdo it, it will overwhelm the piece, so be careful. And so you can see this works pretty well for conveying a secret passage or anything that's a single square wide, and the grid is perfectly preserved, no offsets introduced. So I am Wylock, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.